Figure out just what to do when the cause and cure is you. I get so weak, I lose control, takes hold of me. Amazing love, stay with me. My pride knocks me right off on my feet. Can't explain why your love makes.
As much as I bought all their albums, SWV, I think one of the things that I couldn't that I always wrestled with was you have a group of three girls who I'm assume both Lelee and Taj sang when they were young, but I didn't understand how come it was just the one singer and that sense of Diana Ross and the Supremes, and how that might have not allowed the others to have a balance. From when you were working with them, was it a sense of Coko has the best voice, I'm just going to focus on them, and what was? Did you have any say in that, or what was the case?
That didn't happen till later, a little later, maybe on the second album when they wanted to have more of a voice, which I totally understand. But for me, I'm from the old school. I'm like, you ride the horse that won the race, and you know, I mean, you don't change what's working, so you can add to it. It's fine. They want to sing joints, and they did on the second album. They did. But they also made the fatal mistake of not releasing my singles from the second album. So that's like changing horses in the middle of the race.
Yeah.
And it hurt them.
No, we'll go to the second album because the debut album sold 3 million. Mm-hmm. You know, with all your songs, you do about 4 in a second. It goes on your platinum. So there was a big change. But I wanted to go when you were recording the first album. You've got Coko. You know, you're telling me she was taking everything that you were giving. Mm-hmm. Did you not consider, okay, I wonder if Lelee and Taj might not feel left out if I don't give them some verses and allow them to.
Well, that presumes that that's what. Here, let me say it this way. I'm trying to say this diplomatically.
Okay.
When you come into a scenario where one girl sounds like that,
yeah,
the lead, and then the other two sound not like that.
Yeah.
And their own thing, but it's not like they can't sing, but their job is to do the backgrounds and sound like three. It's called sisters with voices. So so to me, I told Lelee this recently, those backgrounds are as important to the records as the leads. If you really think about it, every single song of mine is the background arrangements that people love to sing. You don't have Weak without the backgrounds.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so those backgrounds are as integral to the song as the leads. So I think it's a misconception that people think you just have to be doing the lead. No. When they said, so far, all that flow of my mind, the thing, all that, hello, that matters. That's that shit. And then on Weak, come on. Weak, I lose control. Every single thing about Weak is all about the backgrounds. Yeah. So there's never not them singing. They're all singing. You feel me?
Yeah.
She just has the voice that does the verses. But the backgrounds are everything. When you talk about my joints, the backgrounds are everything. Love will be right. That's all of them. Yeah. Be right here. Come on, man. Like, you feel me? Every song. So I had to even tell them themselves, don't sell yourself short about how important those backgrounds are. Because when every little girl group or people that try to go karaoke your joints, what do? Or in the audiences at the shows, everybody's singing them backgrounds, homie. They like the lead, but everybody's still singing them backgrounds too. Ooh, what? On the end of, what am I supposed to do? Come on, man. Yeah. Anything you want to do. Where isn't there backgrounds? You feel me?
Yeah.
So they really are singing all the way through on all my shit, really, is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, and you've explained it in a way that most producers and writers don't do, because it gives it, it validates, because as I said, a lot of us would be looking at it and thinking, oh man, it's unfair that you have one main singer. But the way you've explained it, because of course most of us we might not remember all the vocal, the lead, the songs, but we know the chorus. You know, we'll all jump in at the chorus and stuff. But the way you've been, yeah.
Right. Think of it this way: Mary and Flo could sing; they were cool. But it's Diana's tone that made "Baby Love" be the smash, or "Come See About Me," or all those records. So, but the backgrounds are still important to the record. Like you don't have the record without them.
Yeah.
You take the backgrounds away, and you do not have the Supremes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I wonder how diplomatic you were because you sold it really well, and I'm not even a singer. But I wonder when and I saw the New Edition story and Ralph singing, and everyone's like, "Man, what about us?" Did you manage to give them a sense of value that they could understand that? Okay, Coco's singing it, and they don't feel during those early days.
I just don't buy into the concept of that you should be singing it because you became a success with her singing. So why would you change that in the middle of it? Now you can, like I said, you can add to it. You can sing some things on the record like Jermaine did on the Jackson 5 joints, sure. But everybody it's still a Michael show. Everybody knows that. Or Jackie sang some shit. This is not new. Like when you have a hit voice, what are you trying to do? Fuck up your money? No. You let that voice do what it does because that's what connected with the audience. You don't change that and like have some whole other voice doing the stuff all of a sudden. But now if you do, fine. Make sure the joint is cold. Make sure it's badass. Faith Evans did a very nice job with Lelee on the second album. Taj did a very nice job on her songs. They sound amazing, but you still made your money with that other voice, and you can never ever act like that's not the case.
Yeah, and that's really good about how you've explained it because we can probably see how some of the other groups who try to switch it up didn't kind of fell short in their second and third album when they thought, oh, let's spread the wealth around it. They didn't realize that they take away the winning formula. And
let me say it like this. Unless you started that way. Good example, Sly and the Family Stone. All their hits, everybody's doing a part. Yeah. You can make it if you try. Stand. You got Freddie doing a piece, Larry Graham doing a piece, Sly Stone doing a piece. That is the sound of Sing a Simple Song. That is the sound of Dance to the Music. So when people hear them, they expect to hear all those different voices because that's what the hit record became. But if you have to come in the door with that. You don't come in the door with one voice and then all of a sudden expect the audience to just accept all these other voices. That's not what they bought. The people are buying these records and paying money for these records. So you got to give them what they want. So a lot of it has to do with when did it become, wait a minute, we became successful with this particular thing. Now all of a sudden we're going to change it for what reason?
Yeah.
Because egos and just because you want to be in the spotlight, that's not what the customer is buying. Yeah. They're buying what we sold them. Now you want to change the formula to what we sold them. I don't think so. But now you can keep the formula and create additional things to add to that formula. But what you don't do is change that formula.
And then, that's really very insightful and very educational because I can understand why Boyz II Men all started to sing and so we got used to that. And so the album starts to, the singles are going up, it's going platinum, double platinum. What are you thinking when you're seeing this happen? Are you thinking now I can get a deal or what's? Well,
you know what? I was thinking I need an accountant and I need a house. I went straight to I got to build a studio. My mind goes right back to work. I wanted to build a very comfortable studio to work in and do the next record and do that. And so I did. I got a house. I built a studio in it. Layla Hathaway came to work with me that year, 94 and 90. Usher came to the house in 94. So I did a song called Let Me Love You on Layla Hathaway, which I love. And Usher, I did a song called Crazy, which I love. So, and then we just kept going. And then I went right into the second album from that in 95.
So at this point, had you parked the idea of becoming a recording artist?
No. As a matter of fact, I was completely not feeling that after I saw what the girls went through on the road. It was not easy, man. Like, first of all, when the Right Here was out, the very first one, it was tough because that wasn't blowing up like we thought it would. And they had some rough markets to deal with. People were not very nice. You know what I mean? It was working all those places all around the country, flying all around the country. I didn't want to do any of that. So I was like, and then plus I could do my thing at the house and still make the money. You feel me? Yeah. So it was easy. I very much slid into producer very comfortably. Okay. I was not thinking about trying to be an artist, and everybody wanted me to be. When they heard Always on My Mind, they couldn't understand why I wasn't out there trying to be an artist. Yeah. And I get that, but mentally, I wasn't trying to be at that time. I was just comfortable being the producer, writer.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us,
on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
Well, that works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas Boys and men and all spirits.
Play it.
These guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.